What's up, 2A crew? Today we're going to do a basic disassembly and reassembly of the AR-15. Like I said, just a basic one today. We'll do a more in-depth one when we do the clean and lube the AR-15. Now, I always tell you guys to read your user's manual. I'm going to be doing a basic disassembly, reassembly, but you know there may be something different in your user's manual. So check that out. Make sure you have everything in there before you get started. Now, first thing I always do, say firearm handling. Make sure everything is clear. So I've already taken out the mag. We will check to make sure that it is clear. There's no ammunition in there. Put it on safe and we're ready to start. All right. So to get started, AR-15 is broken down into two parts: upper receiver, lower receiver. Now, if you will see, there are two pins in here. This pin here above the grip is the takedown pin, and the pin here in the front here, that's your pivot pin. All right. So if you look on the other side, you can see where you push the pins in to take them off, and you should be able to just push them in with your hand. But some pistols, some guns, ARs are a little tight, so you may need to get a punch or something to kind of get them started. And most of the time, they are seated in there so they won't come out, but you push them in and that's how you take it out. Sometimes when you're doing assembly, you'll just leave the pivot pin in. You leave the pivot pin in, you can kind of go back and forth. That's why it's the pivot pin. We're going to go ahead and take it out because we're going to do a full disassembly. So we'll take it out. And now we have our upper and our lower. Now, this is a part I probably should have done to begin with. If you have a sling on there, just go ahead and take your sling off. I should start with that. Lower receiver, not a whole lot to do. Basically, the only part you're going to remove without any tools is your buffer tube. And if you see, I don't know if you can see here, I'll kind of come in closer. There's a little pin there. And usually you would just kind of put your hand over this because this is spring loaded, and just kind of push that in, and your spring comes out. So that basically all you have to do with the lower. You can see, yeah, everything's kind of in here. You got the hammer down. Some people, if you want to let the hammer up, you could. You want to kind of get down in there, but you need to do it. It's spring loaded, everything on it. So you want to kind of be careful if you do that. But what you would do is just kind of put your thumb on here and put it in fire. And then you will press the trigger while keeping your thumb on there so it doesn't slam open, and you can let it up that way, or just kind of push it back down. So yeah, that's your lower receiver, and that's really basically, unless you're going to replace the trigger, get down in there, that's as far as you need to go with your lower receiver. Alright, so the upper receiver, not a whole lot with that one either. It's not a lot. Basically, only thing we're going to be removing is the charging handle and the bolt carrier group. So basically what we're going to do is just pull on the charging handle until it stops, and then just take it out. So there is your upper receiver, charging handle, and your bolt carrier group. Alright, so I'm not going to get too in depth, but I do want to go ahead and break down the bolt carrier group. So first thing I want to do is take out the firing pin, but it's inside here. So I'm just going to get the little firing pin that kind of stays in there. So just want to get something to take that out with it. I don't want to go flying everywhere. So take out the retaining pin for the firing pin, and then your firing pin will just fall right out. So that's your firing pin, and then this cam pin, you're just going to kind of push that in, rotate it. Of course, I don't want to act right when I'm trying to get it out right. take that out sideways, and then you can remove your bolt. So that's as far as I'm going to take it down. Sometimes we do break down the bolt, but we'll kind of get into that stuff when we do the, and it does need cleaning, so we'll get into that when we do the cleaning part. So basically, you've broken it down. You got your lower receiver, buffer tube, upper receiver, charging handle, bolt carrier group, your bolt can pin, firing pin, and the firing pin retainer pin. So that's how you disassemble your AR-15. If you're a believer in the Second Amendment, please help us spread our message and defeat these social media anti-gun algorithms. We are a small channel, but you can help our voice be heard by leaving a comment, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, or even hitting the bell button to make sure you're notified when we push a video out. We're here to speak for you and make sure that your voice is heard and that your rights are not infringed. You can also help us support the channel. There's the link below where you can go buy fitting and tactical gear, pick you up a hat, a shirt, whatever, to just kind of help support the channel going forward. So until next time, stay safe, shoot straight, keep training, and carry a gun daily to keep you and your family safe. We'll talk to you guys next time.